All right, so can we see me? I'm doing tape ins on Trina here today. Thanks for volunteering, Trina.
No problem.
Let me show y'all her hair. The true length. Sis got a bob going on, an extra long bob. Extra long bob. And we about to make her hair grow in less than an hour.
Stay tuned.
What's up, YouTube? So today I'm going to be doing tape-ins, like I told y'all in the beginning, on Trina's hair. So I'm just going to give her a good shampoo and condition and get her hair nice and clean. Now, I told Trina to volunteer her time to do this, and I'm so glad she did because tape-ins are like, they're not new. Nothing about tape-ins are new, but a lot of the girls are, this is like in right now. Y'all know how y'all like to hop on fads. And, okay, I'm here for it. You know, I'm an extension specialist, so I do all types of extensions. And, yeah, so she got her tape-ins on her own. I believe she got them from Amazon, which is okay, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna install them today. And this video is like 2 weeks old, but I've been checking on her for the last 2 weeks, asking her updates on her hair, and so far so good. Next week we're gonna do like a reconstruction so that I can show you guys like how to wash them and maintain them, and even when they like slip and stuff. All right, so here I just sprayed some of my favorite Amica bombshell blowout, which I know I love. I use this all the time to blow my clients' hair out, especially when I'm doing like a silk press. If I'm not doing a silk press, I don't use it. So if you are interested in this product, just go to the link in my description box, and you can purchase this with my website at chicbythelayers.com. So yeah, the bombshell blowout spray is perfect. It smells amazing. It's for blowouts and silk presses. So you want to always use it on your hair while it's wet, and you want to comb it through and get it all throughout the hair. So I'm just sectioning her hair right now and just getting it detangled at this moment. Now it's time for the blow dry process. I'm going to be using my Amica blow dryer. This is the salon size that I like to use, and it's called the Immortal. So I like to use the Immortal for the salon because it's just a bigger, longer neck, and it has like it's the salon level blow dryer. It doesn't come with a brush, which I hate blow dryers that come with combs or brushes on the end. So I always use my Denman brush to comb it out. You can also purchase this blow dryer on my website too. It'll be linked in the description box. It's definitely for professional use, but even the average person can use this blow dryer. I'm always gonna blow dry the hair from the front and work my way to the back. The reason I like to blow dry the front first is because when you blow dry the back of the hair, it's never gonna get fully dry because the hair in the front the water will run from the front of the head to the back of the head. So say you blow dry the back section first, it'll still get wet and it won't be completely dry because the front is still wet. So I always start with blow drying the front of the head, and then I blow dry the back, and I make sure that it's completely dry. I always pre-dry the hair as well. Like, I don't just directly go to start blow drying. I always like pre-dry the hair a little bit without the brush, and then I start to blow dry. Okay, so now her hair is all completely dry, and I'm gonna start the silk press process. Now, if you've seen in my previous videos of how to do a silk press, I've posted them before, so I'm not gonna give you too many details about how to do a silk press because it's kind of self-explanatory. But like I always do, I always use a hot comb on the roots, and I use my flat iron on the rest of her hair. So yeah, let's speed this up. I'm going to just speed this video up a little bit so that we can get to the good part. Here is the best part, the tape-ins. Look how full and thick this is. So I'm using 4 bundles of the tape-ins, which is equal to 200 grams. 200 grams, okay, so each bundle of tape-ins gives you about 20 pieces. So that's how, I'm gonna just teach y'all how to buy them right now. So if you want a full head, you have to get 200 grams. That's equivalent to a full head, which is also 50 grams a bundle, okay? So 50 grams is for one bundle is equivalent to 50 grams is equivalent to one bundle. I'm sorry. And in order for you to get a full enough head, you have to get 200 grams. Because some places you go, they might sell it by the bundle or they might sell it by the ounce. One bundle equals 4 ounces or 3.5 ounces. And that's how you'll purchase them. Just know that 200 grams equals a full head, and 50 grams equals one bundle or 4.5 ounces. Okay, so now this part, I'm kind of parting her hair in the angle because of how I want her hair to lay and how I want it to be, how I want the hair to fall and the versatility that I need in order for her hair to do what I want it to do. Like put it up in a ponytail, still have fullness in the front, and give me the versatility I'm looking for, like I said. Okay, now that I'm at the back, I'm just going to part out all the hair that I want to leave out, that I'm not going to be putting tape-ins in because I need the hair to cover. And the greatest part about the tape-ins is even if your hair is kind of thin and you leave out a little slither, like you'll kind of see in the front of her head, her hair is a little bit thinner. And I'll be putting the tape-ins really close because I want the hair to be super full. And I know that when her hair kind of gets a little older or she sweats it out or it gets a little thicker on the thicker side, like after the silk press is like kind of worn a little bit, you won't see it. But the tape-ins actually come black. Let me just pause right now. When you see me lifting the hair to see the comb, if you can see the comb through the hair when you lift it up, that means that you're not leaving out enough hair. That's the test to see how much hair you need to leave out by lifting the hair up and seeing if you can see the comb's tail through the hair. If you can see it through the hair, then you're not leaving enough hair out. But fortunately, like I said before, tape-ins have like the tape part that you stick in the hair to is black, so it's great at concealing. It's different from microlinks a little bit because microlinks have the beads and they're still super flat, but the tape-ins are just way faster and way flatter. Start installing, but I didn't want to fast forward this part because anybody that's watching as a tutorial or wants to learn how to do it, I want y'all to really see this part so y'all can understand and get what's going on. So at this part of the install, I'm going to be ripping the tape off of the tape-in of one piece. This is one piece. Now, when her hair is done, it's going to look super full. Every bundle of tape-ins won't look like this. It just depends on the texture that you buy that matches up with your hair. So as you can see, it was black. And I'm going to start off by putting the tape on the bottom all the way to the root. As close to the root as you could possibly get it. And really press the hair into it with my finger. Or I'm going to take the comb and I'm going to use the tail to really like smooth the hair in. You you should always do like really, really thin slices because you want the hair to hold and you want the adhesive to really stick. So I'm going to take one piece, put it underneath the hair. That's how I'm going to start it. And take another piece and I'm going to put that directly on top of the last tape-in. Now that I've put the tape on the tape-ins directly on top of each other, I'm going to take the pliers, and this needs to be like the flat pliers, like really flat, about 1 inch or 2 inches of the pliers need to be like really flat and straight. And you can find these at any hardware store or you can order offline. And you see how I'm pulling and tugging? That means it's really, really in there. And the pliers just really secures the tape-in on the hair so that it can like press the adhesive together really good. No heat is required to form the tape-in or anything. You just use the plier and squeeze it really tight, and that's going to create the seal for the tape-in. And you just continue this process on as you go to each piece of hair. And I also wanted to say, like, as you're going up, you always want to move in a U motion because you want the hair to fall in the direction of the way hair falls on your head. Our hair doesn't go straight down. It always moves in a circular motion. So there's zones. There are 4 zones on your head. And one day I'll make a video talk about the zones of the head. But for right now, move in a circular motion. You don't want to just keep doing the tape-ins, stacking them on top of each other. And I like to put the tape-ins not right on top of each other, like kind of in between each other. So once I get to the next row, if there won't be a tape-in directly underneath it, but it'll be like a little bit over. So how do I explain this in a better way so that y'all can understand? So the way I'm doing it right now, like you see I'm going in this U motion. Now I'm going to install this tape-in, and when I create my next row, the 2 tape-ins next to each other, there will be a tape-in above that, but the space in between another tape-in will replace that in the next row. So that way when the hair has an even distribution. So I'm squeezing it in, and I just want to show y'all exactly what I mean. So the previous row had 2 tape-ins next to each other, and even though I'm continuously putting tape-ins side by side, I'm not putting them directly, stacking them on top. I'm kind of doing a jagged zigzag motion to how I'm installing it, because that way the hair will evenly be distributed. And especially you want to save the hair because you don't know, you want to make sure that the hair is put into the head evenly so that when you're styling, one side doesn't have more tape-ins than the other. I really hope that makes sense because I don't want to confuse you guys, but I definitely want you to not put the tape-ins in the wrong places. So I've already installed 1 bundle, and now I'm on to bundle number 2. And you can easily use the bundle really, really fast because 1 bundle gives you 20 pieces, about 20 pieces. And 2 of those bundles are to create 1 tape-in. So just imagine if you put them so close together and you don't space them out enough that you'll run out of tape-ins and then you'll get stuck. So, and if you untape them, you'll have to replace the tape with a new piece of adhesive. So you don't want to have to do that on your first try. So just take your time and figure your placement out properly. Sooner or later, I'm going to get the hair holders so that way it could hold my hair for me, but I really don't need that. A comb works just fine. You don't need to do what everybody else is doing, like go by the holders that holds the hair on the bottom and holds the hair at the top. If you need that kind of guidance, then just use clips that they work just as good. Okay, now that I'm at the top, I'm going to put a few more pieces of tape-ins in, but I'm going to leave the top of the hair, the back hair, out so that it can cover those back tape-ins. And also she'll be able to part her hair down through the middle and pull it up in a ponytail and separate the hair up so that she could do more than one different style. As you can see, it's a lovely bun in the back. I love that. And she'll be able to do 3 ponytails if she wants. Now in the front, I'm going to be doing the tape-ins facing her, going towards her face. And the reason being is because I want her hair to be able to be very full in the front, and I want it to stay going in the U shape. So that's why I'm doing her tape-ins in this direction. And I want it to fall really close to her face, and I don't want it to fall to her side. This is the perfect placement for you to be able to give your client some versatility when you're parting out their hair. And then once I do a few tape-ins going towards the face of her, towards her face, I start stacking the tape-ins above it straight, doing straight parts and stacking it above it because she can part it in the middle. Now if you want to be able to part it on the side, you have to part the hair out in the places that you want to leave out as your leave out, so that way you can flip the hair around and still get the parts that you want. Now this install will not call for her to have a side part, but it will have a middle part. And she's okay with that because she doesn't want to leave out too much hair. Even though this is not 100% a protective style, it still helps in the process of keeping your silk press lasting longer and adding extensions in a tension-free way. And you can get these tape-ins pretty close to your party without leaving out so much hair, and that's what I love about them. This install took all of 40 minutes to install, maybe less because I was moving pretty fast. And I love tape-ins. They're so easy to install and flat and gives a lot of versatility. Now, this is the part that I wanted to really share with you guys. I'm going to slow it down. So I really slow it down because you can see a piece of tape right there, but it's so undetectable that it's not even that bad, you know? Like, that's something that you can get away with because her hair is really thin in the front, and because the tapes are black, it's like you won't notice it. If she wants her hair kind of frizzes up a little bit, or even now, it looks really undetectable. You really have to be all up in somebody's head to really notice that. Now, she had to leave and go get her makeup done because it was her birthday, and come back so I could style it. So I couldn't even do as many hairstyles as I wanted to do, but I still loved it. She loved it, and let me just show y'all. I ended up just flat ironing it and curling it and cutting some layers into it. So just check out the finished look. Nothing is going to happen. It's not going to melt or anything. You can flat iron it here all the way to the root and you'll be okay. It's not going to bother the tape-ins. They're not going to slip. They're not going to melt. So you can proceed with just styling and using heat and blow dryers and everything as usual. I love it. She loved it, and I will be doing this a lot more, people. And, I'm glad I did it. And like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.